Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly reading for November 6th to the 12th. This is for Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional call to cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides, so I'll bring a lot more clarity to get more specific and detailed with your reading. Sagittarius, I do this because you know I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your reading. So, Sagittarius, I'm very excited for you. I hope you know that I'm really, really excited for you, especially with what's happening this week. It's kind of like a ramp, okay? A ramp with like a boat moving up into, not even a boat, a yacht. Okay, it's a yacht moving into your birthday season. So what I love about this week, okay, on November 6th, Venus is trining Pluto. So absolutely love this. Really like this for you. And I'm not gonna lie, this is actually gonna be a little bit more for you, more about like money. Okay, Venus trining Pluto has, it's, you know, there's a lot of like sexual energy with this kind of with this aspect, and it's like really spicy. It's really like but money matters could be a big thing for you, okay, because Pluto is in Capricorn in your second house. So keep that in mind. Like, you could feel like really empowered about money or charged up about it. You could have had something where you've gotten a little bit more of an income stream or whatnot, but there is a sense of that. At the end of the day, though, I just want you to know, whether you are here for money, whether you are here for love, it doesn't matter. It's all about desire at this point. Like, what do you desire on the 6th? So on the 8th, on Wednesday, Mercury will sextile Pluto. And so again, Pluto at play here. Pluto is a very powerful, transformative planet. And so this is a day where, if you are, let's say, this is a day for like deep conversations, like deep, intense conversations that you may have. This is there's a lot of depth to this day. Remember, Mercury is a planet of logic, communication, etc. But it's also, it's the messenger planet, right? But you know, Mercury is still in Scorpio at this point in your 12th house, so a lot up here. So there could be a lot of things that you are enrooting. I wouldn't be surprised if there was like nostalgic things that you were discussing with someone close to you. You know, the second house, sure, it is money, finances, but it's also self-worth and self-value. So there could be some confidence that's you know, stirred around this time for y'all. Even secrets could be a thing that's unrooted, especially with you know, looking at what's happening for y'all. It could be you that's revealing things, and it's like empowering for you to like get something off your chest or to reveal something. But I really like this day because Venus is moving into Libra at this time. So Sagittarius, this is absolutely amazing. If you saw my November forecast, Venus is the ruling planet for Libra. It's at home in Libra. This is an absolutely amazing placement. I 1000% love this, especially for you, because Venus moving into Libra, that's your 11th house of your hopes and wishes. And so Venus, you know, rules love, romance, money, creativity. This is a great placement for you. And Venus is going to be here for a while. So I really, really do love this for you. The 11th house is also like your friends, like your social network, also like groups and organizations that you belong to. There could just be so much love going around. It's, you know, one thing that I love about Venus and Libra is like, it's all about compromise. It's all about harmonizing. And it's like, if there have been any conflicts, or if there have been any like not seeing eye to eye, it's like at this point you're just like, what? I don't even care anymore. Like I love everybody. I love everybody. A lot of peacemaking that comes with Venus and Libra. Now on the same day, the moon is also going to move into Libra. So really, really, like, I like this week for you. I like this week for you. The one thing that is happening that you should definitely pay attention to is on November 9th. That's when Mercury moves into your sign. Okay, so this is the first of several planets that's moving into your sign. We're starting with Mercury, okay? And so Mercury actually does not do well in your sign, so I want you to just be very aware of that, okay? Mercury is in its detriment when it's in Sagittarius, because Mercury is, again, like I said, all about logic, right? You are all about freedom. You're all about, being bold and having these big visions and being adventurous. And so it's not a bad thing, but this being in your sign, your first house, right? And so of course this is gonna, resonate more with like Sagittarius rising, but all Sagittarians are gonna feel this. There could be a sense of like having these big grandiose ideas, but not really knowing what to do with them or like or them landing. So just really go through with it, but also have like a foot on the ground as well, because this is just one of those like, I've been saying like even in the November forecast, I, explained it's kind of like going to an escape room. It's like, wow, this is fun. This is exciting. Like I've never, done this before. I feel giddy, yada, yada, yada. But it's also like, what the hell? How do I get out of here? Like, what's going on? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of like Mercury and Sagittarius. It's like, if you've been dating someone for a few days, note that that's the key word, a few days. Mercury and Sagittarius is like, hey, let's go to Vegas and get married. Yeah, that's a great idea. But is it? Right? Is it really? Like, so just keep that in mind. One thing that, again, I personally like Mercury and Sagittarius, because it encourages you to think big, to be a lot more adventurous, to have like these bolder visions, but just see them through and be very logical about a lot of these things. But again, it is nicer having, with Mercury and Sagittarius coming after like Mercury and Scorpio, where it was like so intense. It's like you got to know everything, and it's like you're like a little spy now too. And it's just like, so I like this, and it's in your sign, so a lot of things about your identity could come up around this time, especially like the first house is like the physical body as well. So keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind, and we'll talk a little bit more about it. Mercury squaring Saturn is also something I want you to watch out for on the 10th, because Mercury is officially in your sign at this point. It is squaring Saturn, so it's a day not to sign contracts and just be. Let me take that back. You can, if you want to. Just read the fine print. That's all I ask. Okay. Now this is happening over the weekend. This is happening. Remember, Saturn has gone direct, right? Saturn is in Pisces in your fourth house. So this, like, if you're buying a house, okay, if anything that has to do with like a lease could be a thing. It could be a thing now. All right. It could be like if your kid's going on some field trip, there's some consent form that you got to sign. Just read the fine print. There could be something that's just like, on that field trip, it's like, but there's going to be wild bears everywhere. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, just be very careful about, it's really more about like your decisions and you, and even like in negotiations, like you want to be like the one on top in negotiations. Just be aware of the way that you communicate this day. Now on the 11th, on Sunday, this is it. This is a day where it's going to be a little challenging. All right. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be a little challenging. Mars is going to oppose Uranus, and Mars is really hangry. Okay. Really, really hangry. And Mars is a bear that's been poked, not even poked, but like tickled. All right. I think that may be worse than being poked. But in any case, Uranus, as you know, is a planet of surprises and the unexpected. So there could be something that arises this day that's like unexpected, and maybe conflicty, maybe not seeing eye to eye. It could be an argument. It could be just something very unexpected that comes out of nowhere. All right. So keep that in mind. It may be, just be, with the fact that Uranus is in Taurus, again, in your sixth house, which does rule everyday activities, routines, habits. So there could be something around that. But the sixth house also rules health. And so the fact that Mercury is going into your sign, that's why I just want you to be a little, to be aware of like, health matters. Like, obviously if it's like 20 degrees outside, Fahrenheit, by the way, don't go outside in like flip-flops and shorts and that's it. Okay. Just because that's like, your neighbor could see you and start yelling at you and like, what do you do? And then you get mad because like, this is me and my freedom, like there just could be just something just like comes out of nowhere and it's going to be the silliest thing. Just be cool. Be cool. Okay. So with that said, Sagittarius, how'd you like that? Let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what's going on for you, Sagittarius, for November 6th to the 12th. Again, this is for Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. If you want to read for your moon and your Venus, I would actually recommend both. If you are, especially with the moon and Venus moving into your 11th house, I would read for both. I would, just if you know your birth chart. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started. See what's going on for you. Also, because Venus, remember, in the first half of the week is still in Virgo. Okay, career stuff. If you want to know more about career, I would recommend that. So, Sagittarius, like I said earlier, I do a traditional cultic cross spread. It really does bring the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we'll pull clarifiers. And Sagittarius, I am just going to go ahead and say it. You are good. Just, you may not believe me, okay? And it's because you are going to be in your head. Like I said, all this activity, we are still, listen, here's the thing. We're still in Scorpio season, okay? Just, sure, Mercury is in Scorpio until, the 9th, right? But just the sun and Mars being in Scorpio is intense enough, okay? And that is your 12th house up here, the subconscious, right? What is the subconscious? It's where we store our memories. It's where, the past lives, but it's also where low energy frequencies live. And so I'm just pointing that out now because I'm telling you that you are good, but you may not believe me because of your spread. Now, you got the Eight of Pentacles. Okay? You've been working hard. And I'm not surprised, even thinking about your last reading. But here's the thing. You've been working really hard. You've got goals. You've got visions. There's this sense of you just being not distracted, just like this man here. He's so talented too. And, he is so laser focused. He's so laser focused on essentially reaching his destiny, right? Legacy, like the finish line. And so, yeah, you've been working and you've been doing a really good job at building whatever you're putting your heart and soul into, your blood, sweat, tears, everything. It's like there's that laser focus, okay? And I really like that. I really like that you did get the Eight of Pentacles here, all right? There is a sense of like, there's something that you want. Nothing's going to stop you from getting it, okay? And so I absolutely love that, especially because, boom, it looks like you're going to get it. Remember, I said Venus in Libra is in your 11th house of your hopes and wishes, and you just got the Empress in the heart of your spread. Not bad, Sagittarius. Not bad. Not bad. Now, the Empress is ruled by Venus. You can even see, I'm going to show you the symbol of Venus in the stone-shaped heart by her. So there is a sense of, with the Empress, who's the universe, right? Everything. This is living life through passion, through pleasure. Like Venus in Libra is going to feel so good for you. Okay. So I really like that for you, especially as we move into your birthday season. Having Venus in Libra there is so nice, especially when you think about Libra, air sign, right? You're a fire sign. The elements work well together. All right. Now, it looks like there is something that you have worked hard for this week. You could see it come to fruition. 3 is all about the birth of new things, creation. There's a lot of fertility here, a lot of growth that comes with the Empress. And, just this week with, Venus trining Pluto, and then Venus in Libra, a lot of like sexual energy as well. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to really, looking at your entire spread here, I do want you to spend more time outdoors. I feel like that is like, is that, what is that, an oxymoron, right? Because y'all are the adventurous. You love traveling. You love adventures and stuff. But really make a point to do that this week, okay? I really want you to do that. It is coming up. I don't know if you saw, I did like a live session, and I promise I would like talk more about chakras and whatnot. But one thing that is coming up is just, you know what, without me going too much into it, at one point this week, just go outside and put your feet in the grass, okay? Put your feet in the grass. Just connect yourself with earth, okay? That's all I ask, okay? In rocks, whatever it is, sand, do something like just it's gonna be very nice for you, okay? It's actually gonna do wonders for what's going on up here. All right. If you live in a really cold destination, then don't. Then don't. All right. But if you can get to a place where it's, a little bit warmer, then do it. But yeah, you just want your feet touching earth. Okay. Thank you. Now, you did get the Ace of Pentacles, okay, but you got the Ace of Pentacles in your challenge area. Now, if you did see your November forecast, you know what happened, okay? And I'm not going to repeat what happened because I know a lot of people haven't seen their November forecast, and I don't want to ruin the surprise or, what happened. But it really does look like some of y'all... Okay. Remember how I said earlier, money's like a big thing? It could be a big thing for y'all. Well, it looks like it may be a bigger thing than in reality. Okay. Ace of Pentacles, that is the biggest pentacle in the deck. Listen, it's come in your challenge area. So 2 things here. 1, don't get frustrated if something that you wanted hasn't come yet. Have that patience, okay? You are, the Temperance card, right? So have that patience. You're going to be fine, all right? Don't let things get to your head. Now, secondly, something could have come through, but it wasn't exactly what you wanted, or you could have possibly didn't handle it the best way. And I'm not saying that anything's like your fault or anything. I'm just saying when the Ace of Pentacles is in your challenge area, challenging the Empress, there could be something that was it could have like slipped through your fingers, or there's still like, you may not know how to handle it yet. So just be patient. Okay. Just be patient. Do not let things get to your head. Okay. Now, if something has come through, but did slip through your fingers, whether it was like something money related, or pentacles are earthbound, right? So it doesn't even have to be money. It can be like it's something in your physical reality where it was just like it's almost like you need to have like a better grip on it, okay? But it could have slipped through your fingers because you have the 3 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. So, it's almost like just don't have that patience, okay? Everything's gonna be fine, all right? This is a week where if you hold things inside, if you let things get to your head, remember, we're still having all that activity in your 12th house, the subconscious, where all those, it can be like fears, anxiety, stress. When that starts to build up, like, you become your worst enemy, right? And you don't want that to happen, especially with the 3 of Swords in your crown and the 9 of Swords in the root of your spread. So it looks like for a lot of y'all, it can have to do with partners here. Well, especially because the three, I mean, like the Three of Swords. So it could be something that you're thinking about where it's something's like emotionally impactful for you. Three of Swords is ruled by Libra. The reason why I'm bringing that up is because Libra is the native ruler of partnerships and relationships. Now, remember, I said that's going to be a big thing with Venus going into Libra. You have Venus in the heart of your spread, so that's good. So there's all this potential, but if you fall into this trap of like being in your head, it's going to be harder to get out. Okay, it's going to be like quicksand. Now, again, Three of Swords, a Libra card, right? Native ruler of partnerships and relationships. Now, you got the Nine of Swords and the root of your spread. This card is a Gemini card. Now, Gemini rules your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. So, it looks like there could be something that has to do with partnerships, relationships for some Sagittarians that may come up this week. And when I say partnerships, relationships, sure, that can be work, that can be career, that can be love, that can be romance, it can be, your best friend, it can be your study buddy, whatever it is, right? The pizza man, just what, some sort of part, like one-on-one thing here. But it really does look like there is going to be something that could try to draw you and it's just like a lot going on in your head. That's fine. Listen, we're all human beings, okay? We're all human beings. It happens, all right? So don't be hard on yourself if you're over analyzing things or overthinking things or really have anxiety or stress about something. Just don't get stuck there. Do not get stuck there. All right. That's the biggest thing of all. You never want to do that. You want to just continue to move forward. All right. Learning from all of it, especially with these swords. With these swords, the goal is to just pull the swords out, right? One by one, one by one, one by one. There's like a level of like regret that is coming up. That something that is, you could have done something that you regret this week. Again, that could, Mars opposing Uranus is a thing. It's a big thing. Let me remind you. But it's also something like where someone could have done something to you that was just like really hard. Now you're like really, but it's up to you, right? And if you are gonna spend all that time like deeply rooted in your subconscious and dwelling on things and just being in this headspace where things may be a little challenging, unroot things while you're there. Unroot things. That's the whole thing with all this activity in Scorpio in your 12th house. It's getting down to the bottom of it and unrooting this fear and enrooting this stress and enrooting this. That's all you have to do. Okay. So again, keep in mind, there could be something this week where it makes you like just, but you got the Empress and the heart of your spread. You ride that energy, okay? Ride that energy. And that's why I said put your foot in just ground yourself. It's going to be really nice for you. And look, you got the Three of Pentacles in your future, so you're going to be absolutely fine. You're going to be absolutely fine. Just it's like a big message is it really is just like there's going to be something that you may stress about or worry about or that's just not worth spending all that much time on. Okay, just keep that in mind. And it's really good that we are moving out of Scorpio season for you because that it has been like you just being in your head a lot for quite some time. But this is again like a nice sigh of relief. You also remember the Three of Pentacles in your future, which is absolutely amazing. So yeah, don't worry about money. Like you have pentacles in your future. You also have, this is a card of teamwork as well. So it's like teamwork making the dream work, right? So really love this. So it looks like a lot of y'all will be getting in a situation where you're working with others for success. And even like projects, remember Jupiter and Uranus are in your sixth house. So a lot of passion projects that you could be starting on your own. Do you hear that? The church bells? I don't know how much you can hear, but that's a sign. Come on. That's a sign. That's a sign. But yeah, so there is something new. Okay, again, there's that newness, especially with these threes. You actually got three threes. 333. So three again, like creation, new things, also growth, advancement, and whatnot. But it's also what 333. If you're into numerology, it's like 333. Communication, communicate. Don't be in your head. Communicate. Okay. Have the on Wednesday when Mercury is on Pluto, have those conversations that you need to have. Okay. Just don't hold anything in. Don't let anything get to your head. All right. And with that said, let's get to your stuff. Sagittarius. Wow. Everyone's been getting very interesting readings this week. With Mars opposing Uranus, by the way. There's so many great aspects happening this week, but then with like Mercury squaring Saturn and then Mars opposing Uranus over the weekend, that's really like the curveball. So anyway, if you like this reading, it would be great if you subscribe, leave comments, let me know what's going on, Sagittarius. And if you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. I wouldn't be here without you, so I am truly grateful. I really do appreciate it. So oh gosh. You're good. You're fine. Get the fun out of your head, okay? get the no, keep the fun in your head, okay? Get the foosball out of your head, all right? Get the foosball out of your head. You're fine. You're good. Sagittarius, you're good. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Okay? You're good. All right? You got the Nine of Cups. Okay? So, get to a point where you're out of your head and you're satisfied in life. It really is the biggest message of all. I know it's so general, but get to a point where you're satisfied. Get to a point where, and that may be the thing with the Ace of Pentacles in your challenge area. You got the Three of Swords up here. You got the Nine of Swords in the root of your spread. But now you got the Nine of Cups. So now it's just like saying, listen, there's possibly something that you really wanted that just maybe went sideways. But stay in there. Everything's going to happen for you. Okay, just be very grateful for the things that you have. I talk about gratitude all the time. It is among the highest vibration in the law of attraction. Just have that gratitude. The fact that if something goes sideways or something doesn't come through yet, keyword yet, just know that don't focus on that or stress about that. Focus on the amazing things that you have in your life right now, okay? When you do that, you raise your frequency. And I talk about energy all the time. We're all made of energy down to the molecular level. So just do that. This is the wish come true card. So it is a lot of enlightenment in this card as well, all right? And enlightenment, by the way, is in the moment. It's in the now. So you're always on that path. You're always working with your karma. You're always just have just be in touch with your superconscious. You're gonna be good, and you're gonna be good because you got the Knight of Swords. Really great here. It looks like you are just gonna get over this. Whatever this is, you're gonna pull out. It's almost like there's a sense of looking back and thinking, why was I even, do you know what I mean? That kind of energy. And again, something with partnerships, again, especially, with the Knight of Swords being Gemini. We do have a full moon in Gemini, by the way, in a few weeks. So something with partnerships, collaboration, stuff like that, there may be some activity, but look, he's so bold and courageous. He's going into the storm. This is, swords are the mental suit too. So it is you being in this headspace where you're boom, All right. Something is really going to drive that. All right. So there is going to be something that really like pulls you out of like the depth of your like subconscious. Um, uh, Lifeline. Is that what we call it? Like, what was that show where there's like a lifeline? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Like that, kind of like that. But anyway, you did get the Queen of Pentacles, which I love. The fact that you did get the Queen of Pentacles. One thing about the Queen of Pentacles is, did we talk about money, by the way? We did. Yeah, we talked about that. The fact with Pluto really active this week, Pluto being in Capricorn, and the fact that the Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn. So yeah, it does look like money is a big thing here. And that could be the thing that may be getting you in your head is like, you really work hard for something, things are good, something goes sideways, and all you want is to have this perfect world, no stress, no nothing. I mean, you got the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles here. And so even, and by the way, Capra, you see the symbol of the Capra sea goat here in her throne, but she is very, like, she is the richest queen. Okay. She has the resources to take care of everybody within her orbit, her kingdom, but build this world that she wants for herself because she has the money to do it. So it's almost like that's like your biggest like thing that you want this week. It looks like it's all going to work out for you. I mean, you did get the star, so you're good. You know, what makes this very interesting is, remember you got these 3 threes and 333. Remember how I said communicate, communicate, communicate. Well, the star is ruled by Aquarius. You even see the water bear here, right? Aquarius happens to rule your 3rd house of communication. So really communicating is going to be a big thing for you, especially as Mercury, the messenger planet, the planet of communication, goes into your sign. So I love this for you. The star coming up in your final outcome, your hopes and wishes. The star is aligning for you. Remember, the star is ruled by Aquarius. Aquarius is a native ruler of the 11th house of your hopes and wishes, where Venus and Libra is right now. So you're going to be good. You're going to be fine. And you got Venus in the heart of your spread. You're actually going to be fine. Just get out. If you're going to be in your head, make use of it. Unroot things, the things that are holding you back, the things that you may be afraid of, the things that you may be angry about, the things that, do you know what I mean? Like, let's put your feet in the grass, put your feet in, fake grass if you live in, a cold part of the world, right? Like in your house and your wherever. Anyway, actually just put like bring in like a patch of grass into your basement if you live in a cold place. Okay. And just step on that. I don't know. You Sagittarians, y'all are creative. But you have all this strength that comes with this star. You have all this wisdom that comes with this star. And again, you have, the stars aligning for you. And, speaking of chakras, I mean, you do see the 7 outer stars representing each. So, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're on this path. You're good. You're good. Especially because we are approaching your birthday season where things are going to be like, yeah. Sagittarius, you're amazing. Thanks so much for tuning in. Next week, by the way, we do have that new moon in Scorpio. So as you can see, a lot of this is leading up to that. Okay. So keep that in mind, but we'll talk about it next week. If you like this reading, it would be great if you subscribe, leave comments, let me know what's going on. Tell me what's going on, Sagittarius. And if you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.